party in here. Everybody's dancing. Let's do this. I'm looking good for the press. If you listen to my show, you won't be depressed. Listen to the end and we can be friends. If you're really smart, you'll do what Zoey says. Hey.
So, a lot of people are asking questions about where I've been. Well, I'm right here. That's not true. Nobody's been asking any questions, but I do have answers. So I took 2 days off the podcast, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. I have a million excuses why, and I don't want people to get mad because, like, when things don't go according to people's plans, they get mad. If Mariah Carey says she's going to be on at 9 o'clock and she doesn't come on until midnight, people are mad. If Mariah Carey says she's going to come, but she's on vocal rest, she can't come anymore, people will be mad. If someone sings Mariah Carey's song and they don't do it like Mariah Carey does it, Mariah Carey's going to be mad. So that is basically why I can't stop listening to Mariah Carey. Because I'm so mad. I'm actually not that mad. Basically what happened was the other day I came to the conclusion of I'm moving at the end of August. But I said to myself, I think I have an extra month on my lease. I don't have to really worry about moving yet. That was the wrong thing to say. That was the wrong idea. I couldn't have been more in the wrong with saying that. And I have to be out of this apartment at the 31st of July. I'm over this story. I'm so over this story, but that's why I haven't done a couple podcasts, because I've been today I cleared everything out of my life. I threw away boxes. I threw away tubs. I threw away, remember that couple episodes back I talked about that sauce that had congealed in my fridge for like 6 months? It's gone. It's not my problem anymore. But like whenever I'm starting to throw a lot of things out, I get so concerned thinking like, where does it go? And it's like I'm throwing out resources. Like there was a smelling salt plug-in that I have that I had 2 of them, and I was like, I don't really need 2 of them. I can throw one of them away. I could also give them I just don't know what the line is. What do you give away and what do you throw away? So like I have a whole thing of giveaway, but I mean I have like 8 things of throwaway, and I just feel like I hope no one needed that. I hope like whatever's in that isn't like vital, and like people are looking for like the chip that's inside of the smelling machine. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm telling you, I had a couple months back, I was shifting my studio apartment into a studio for recording music. Listen to Prolapse right now. This isn't a warning. Do it. No, you don't have to. But I put pasty stuff all over my wall. I put like soundproofing all over the walls. And I always think in the moment. I never think in the future because I'm just a realist. I'm a pioneer. I'm a trailblazer. Now I'm reaping the consequences because I started ripping it all off and it was leaving so much residue behind. So this morning, all I was doing was scrubbing my walls, and I just felt so bad for the person on the other side of the wall because I was being loud. I was crying. I was listening to Mariah Carey, trying to hit those notes, scrubbing my wall. It looks good now, though. The paint is there. Splotchy, but it's there. And I just know they have a horrible opinion about me, and I just like never want to be that person that's, on the other side of the wall screaming, because like I know how it feels to be that person, because the person on the other side of that wall, let me tell you, she is on the phone. She is talking people down the ledge. She is screaming at the weather. Like just yell. The other day the power went out. Is anybody else's power out? Like she thinks we're all in like roommates together. So I'm like kind of scared of her too, because like one time I saw her and she was like, people do crack in this building. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I was like, I think it's you are probably on doing crack in this building, because like everyone else is like gay or Asian, just like very much to themselves. And then it's just this Mama June looking girl with like metal on her face, and black lipstick. She's nice though. But it's been a good couple of days of centering myself and getting everything together. So that's what I feel. And I just did my nails. I'm in a stage of right now with my nails where I did a square design with pink, and the corners of the square are very sharp. And it's like at this point where it's like anything I could just poke a hole right into, because it is sharp and it does hurt. And I am scared. But I just needed to get rid of the last ones. These look horrible. But I'm going to be more positive. But before you get positive, you have to grieve first. So let me talk about some of the grievances. I'm stressed about moving, but I'm more stressed about the fact that I can't stop talking about moving. And I'm like, I need everyone. Like I talked to everybody about it. I need your help. Please help me. I'm talking to my uncle. Can you just hold my hand, please? I'm talking to God above. I'm talking to God above. Clear the seas for me. Show me the path and give me the strength in these times of great need in my life. So it's like, I kind of just wish it was over at this point, but it's also an adventure. I have to smile. I'm so I can't, even when I'm grieving, I'm positive. I just have a smile tonight. I'm going to go see 28 years later. This conversation about this movie on this podcast is a saga. Every episode I'm talking about it. Shout out to Danny Montgomery also. But also, I want to go see it, but the person that I'm seeing it with is texting me. She was the one excited about it. She's the one, oh, we got to go see this movie. Ooh, movie tonight. Reminding you that we are seeing a movie tonight. Sends me an invitation, an evite. Like making a poster on her Instagram. We're seeing 28 years, whatever. She just texted me, I'm starting to get kind of tired. Oh, okay. So you want to get hurt. Okay. All right. Okay. So you're tired. Well, you're going to be extra tired after I knock the daylights out of you, bitch. We had this plan to go see 28 years later. I talk about it every episode. I need to end it. I need it to be over. I want to be 28 days later and not have to be talking about 28 years later. You know what I'm saying? I also had to buy a hotel. This is back to the moving. I'm going to keep talking about it. Yeah, I had to buy a hotel for 2 nights. It was $700. And I just did it on a whim because it said like last room. And it's like in a great location. I just needed to get it for 2 days because I'm going to be homeless for 2 days. And I have 2 people visiting. It's a whole thing. Lollapalooza. I needed a school bus also. It's like a whole thing about school and like kids and like finding a place for them. You know, being a mentor to these kids who came from, broken homes, tough neighborhoods, getting drugs out of their hands and putting books in them instead. But that's also besides the point. I had to buy this hotel with $700, and I keep like being like, no one has to pay for it, you guys. No one has to help me to pay for it. And when I say that, it's like, please help me. So like I texted my aunt, who like I never talked to, and like I think she probably resents the fact that I never talked to her. But I was like, yeah, getting the hotel instead, because she was like, you can stay with me for a couple days. And I got scared because I was thinking about her recently because I was like, if it was between her, like if there was an alligator about to attack her or a waitress that's taking me and her at a restaurant, I would save the waitress because she's so disrespectful to the wait staff. Waiter, please check now. Disrespectful. What are the specials? I don't want to hear the specials. Oh, why'd you ask? I don't want you at my table. I need a new server. I want a new table. I don't want to be at this restaurant. Like angry about everything at the restaurant. Why are we even here? It's those people who like don't really leave their house, who like when they leave, they want it to be perfect. And it's like, things aren't going to be perfect at the Cheesecake Factory, So you're like setting yourself up for failure. But it's just this woman, very rich woman who lives in my city that I live in. And I texted her and she was like, you can stay at my place. And I was like, oh, I'm scared of you. But like, I'm going to stay at a hotel. Like, it's $700. Read the message, never responded. I feel like she was offended that I didn't want to stay with her. But like, it's like, ugh, it's a fork in the road. It's like, do I confront my deepest fears? Because, like, it's not easy. I just stayed with someone. Like, my grandma and her are very similar. And staying with my grandma was, like, torture. And so, like, staying with this girl, I mean, it's probably going to be just as torturous. But, you know, on the 68th floor. So it's like if there's one exit, then there's another exit. There's my doom. Let me get over this. Let me go to the positives. I cleaned everything. I'm de-junking my life. Yeah, I threw away everything, but I'm keeping some stuff, but I'm throwing some stuff away, like my underwear. Like, I have my underwear that I'm ready to donate. I don't know. Do like Depop, Facebook, the Salvation Army. What does that mean exactly, the Salvation Army? Because it's like, are you defacing our military by calling it the army? Just call it like the Salvation Store. But then it's like, I don't know, like people are going to go there like looking for church. I'm back podcasting. That's such a positive that I'm back here with my people, back in the groove, coming back stronger than ever. Let me take my bra out. Let me take my tits out. I'm nervous about moving. I'm nervous about Lollapalooza. I'm nervous about the hotel. I'm nervous about my aunts. But my friends are coming in town and I got to think about them first because these are people I haven't seen in a long time, you know, and it's like sometimes you like haven't seen people for a long time. It's like you can just pick up right from where you left off. These people, it's like maybe, but like at the same time, it's like we might fight, like, or it might be really awkward. Like, hey, I don't think it will be, but it might be. I'm just going to be focusing on loving them, rubbing them. Life is so much about staying on the rails, but it's also about what's going on inside the train. Like, if it's a train robbery, who really cares about the rails? And if you're getting railed, well, then life's a train. Wow, that's good. That's very talented thing to say. And now I'm going to try to go see 28 Years Later right now in my skirt. Thank you.
If you're really sorry, you'll do what Zoey says.